The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 180? 55. Here I come. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, here's Breida. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 36, Newton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First carry for James Conner. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 16, Newton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 15, lining. 15 line. 65. 65.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Push him back.
Play action. It's Rudolph. He finds Corey Davis and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Derrick Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rudolph. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
On the set.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hit it.
Rudolph on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. Complete. Smith has it. And touchdown! Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The extra point up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. This is Breida. And he powers his way up past the 30.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and long, it's Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's Breida. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. There he goes right side. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Newton now to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run with Breida. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On second down now, it's Evans. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Bird on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It got his man complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. They'll try to run with Breida, and he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rudolph completes it to Davis. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Squeeze.
On first down, it's Rudolph. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 36, Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, it's Newton. He'll find Metcalf. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 50. Mike 50.
Newton to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kamale Correa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch the slip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton, he's going to loft one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rudolph. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
No, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Woo-hoo! Check. Check the backer. Check the backer. He's crashing.
Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Check 13. Check
Play action. It's Newton. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
50 play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll take over first and 10.
Baby, let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Welcome back to Toronto as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rudolph. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That's caught inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. On third down, it's Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's got Smith here. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah. father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my master